Hi everyone, I'm Paul Kishy. Today I want to share with you some brainstorming methods we use to generate more original and creative concepts. We do this to try and get beyond the typical and beyond the obvious. And hopefully this helps you with your brainstorming sessions. When we gather as a group, we first present the problem. We talk about who's the target audience, what's their demographic, what's the purpose of the project, what is a comparable industry that they work within. Then we try and view it from different perspectives. The view of the client, the perspective of the designer, the perspective of the consumer, the user, and even the public. Once we've talked about the problem a lot, we then move into individual time. We break from a group and we go back to our own desk and we take about 10 minutes by ourselves and we research and brainstorm the project for ourselves. We come back after that as a group and we discuss what we've learned and we go over all the different ideas and we start brainstorming with traditional methods. So maybe we'll create, a web chart. Once we've exhausted all of our ideas, you've written down all the thoughts, you've branched off of that, maybe you branched off of that, and you've exhausted all traditional ideas. What we do is we get into spinning our concepts. Spinning is a little bit more unique to us. It's where we basically ask a random question to the group and see what kind of answers we get. The random questions are not meant to come up with an exact answer for your brainstorming, but to generate conversation. We basically ask, different questions like, what historical figure would relate to this subject? What number or mathematical equation? What color would relate? What animal? Maybe what time period? But we have a whole list of questions that we go through, and you can make up your own questions. But it's important to listen to the first reactions. It's important to listen to any reactions, but then to ask why. Why did you come up with that answer? So maybe you say, what animal? And you say, it's a fox. Well, why is it a fox? It's a fox because it's clever. It's a fox because it's fast. You listen to those answers and you ask why, and you'll get some really good, interesting concepts that way. To give you an example, one of the projects we worked on was for a school bus advertising company. Now, when we went through this list, we said, what color is it? And that's a good question for this because the school bus is yellow, so we said yellow. And what other colors are similar to yellow? And we came up with marigold. So the name ended up becoming Marigold Communications, and that probably would never have happened if we didn't do our brainstorming methods this way and spin the idea around. Lastly, I want to talk about critiquing your brainstorming sessions. While you're in the brainstorming sessions, it is okay to critique. A lot of people believe that brainstorming sessions, there is no wrong answer, but I don't really think that's true. When somebody says a wrong answer, it sends the brainstorming session off track and makes it a little bit sloppy. So what we try to do is add constructive criticism to our brainstorming sessions. So if somebody says something that's not quite right, we give constructive criticism so that they can better understand why it's not quite right, and maybe it'll generate a better idea and keep the brainstorming session on track. Well, anyway, I hope this helps in your brainstorming session. I'd love to hear other methods you use, and please comment below, subscribe to our channel, and share the video if you can. Thanks so much.